Drones these days are becoming more and more accessible. And more importantly, they're a lot easier to use. Gone are the days when you needed a big drone to be able to capture some high quality videos. And even the smaller drones are now very capable. Just look at the DJI Neo and Flip we checked out last year and earlier this year. So this brings us to the topic of today's video, the DJI Mini 5 Pro. It's not as small as the Neo, but it's still a very compact drone, especially when you compare it to the Mavic 4 Pro we reviewed earlier this year. Still, if you're considering picking up a drone, whether as a hobby or for something a bit more serious, is the DJI Mini 5 Pro the one to consider? Well, let's find out in this review. The DJI Mini 5 Pro isn't that big of a drone, especially when you compare it to the Mavic 4 Pro and more so the Phantom models of before. However, it's not exactly that mini considering there's the Neo and the Flip. Nonetheless, it's still quite compact and lives up to the name. I could easily fit this in my backpack without any issues. But since our unit came with a carrying bag for all the batteries, controllers, and accessories, I decided to put everything in there to keep it more organized. For reference, this is the Fly More combo pack, which includes the bag. But if you don't get it, well, you can still put it in your backpack too. But going back to the drone, it's quite lightweight too, weighing only 249.9 grams. The body and the shape of the Mini 5 Pro are similar to the Mini 4 Pro. From its foldable body design to the polymer construction, well, lightweight polymer construction I may add, it feels very familiar. Even the location of the modules and the fish eyes and the rest of the sensors are similar to where they were on the Mini 4 Pro. Unfortunately though, so when it starts to rain, DJI does recommend users return and land the drone immediately. From our experience, it can withstand the light rain, but still I wouldn't recommend it because the last thing you want to do is like break a 40,000 peso drone. So while it might feel very familiar with the Mini 4 Pro, the new changes are the propellers. Instead of a screw-on propeller system, it now uses a quick release style system, which makes it easier to replace the propellers should you unfortunately crash into objects a lot. So in the case that you accidentally do crash this drone into something, at least it's a lot easier to replace the propellers. And the Fly More combo pack also comes with extra propellers because they just know you're gonna be hitting something, especially if you're a beginner drone flyer. Other cool features the Mini 5 Pro has is an auto power on function that powers up the drone the moment you unfold the arm. Now, if you've ever flown the DJI Mini series before, you will definitely feel right at home with the Mini 5 Pro, especially with how it looks and feels. With the drone's compact and lightweight size, you can easily bring it around wherever you go. So on the outside, it might look the same. Instead, the main upgrade DJI made to the Mini 5 Pro is the camera. It now uses a full 1-inch CMOS sensor which can capture 50 megapixel stills. For video, it can capture up to 4K at 120 FPS or even super slow motion at 240 FPS. Together with the new camera, the gimbal also got an upgrade. It's still a 3-axis gimbal with support for vertical shooting just like before, but now it features roll rotation, allowing users to be a bit more creative with the shots they want to take. And as expected with the new sensor, the camera on the Mini 5 Pro captures amazing photos both in daylight and even in low light. As part of the Fly More combo pack, you also get some ND filters which you can quickly swap out depending on your needs. But to test it out, these videos were recorded in 4K at 30 FPS without the ND filters installed. And as you can see from the video, I was able to capture a great view of the Banawe area at night. There's a good balance between the highlights and shadows, and there's little to no grain even when there's barely any light source. Now, even out in the distance, you can make out the other high-rise buildings around Metro Manila. It's quite impressive to see the Manila skyline at night from this point of view, but of course, do be careful when you're flying the drone because you have to remember, you need to know where you're flying. As you would expect from a 1-inch sensor, it's amazing during the day. The colors are quite vivid and almost everything is sharp. It's more than adequate for your social media posting. In fact, for some beginner drone users, the quality might be a bit overkill. But hey, at least if you do decide to keep flying this drone, it will be a worthwhile investment. With the new sensor, the Mini 5 Pro now features a 2x zoom function as well. It's only a digital zoom, but if you're using it for social media to take stills, it won't really be a problem. It's more than adequate, and even in low light, you can still get decent video footage and photos. But specifically for the photos, when you pixel peep, you will notice some artifacting, but if you're just posting it on social media, no one's really gonna know. Now just check out this montage, all shot using the DJI Mini 5 Pro, to let the quality of the video and images speak for itself. Now, if anything, what you do need is a large capacity micro SD card. The Mini 5 Pro comes with 42 gigabytes of internal storage, but if you're planning on taking a lot of footage, especially in 4K or even slow-mo, all that space will be used up quite fast. So with that, I highly recommend getting a micro SD card, something at least 128 gigabytes, just to be sure. Now, flying the DJI Mini 5 Pro is relatively easy, even if you're just starting out flying a drone. As mentioned earlier, our unit is the Fly More combo package, which comes with the DJI RC2 remote, which comes with a digital screen. So you can easily see everything here, no need to connect your phone. Even if you're taking off from a somewhat tight area, there are multiple sensors all around the drone. This makes it almost impossible to hit objects or obstacles when you're flying. The fisheye cameras at the front give you a nice clear view of everything. And even when you're flying in low light conditions, you can clearly see everything in front of you thanks to the upgraded nightscape sensors. Now, despite having new mounts for the blades, there's not really a big difference in terms of the speed the drone can fly. DJI claims it can fly up to 80 meters per second or roughly 64 kilometers per hour in sport mode when weather conditions are perfect. It also has a range of up to 20 kilometers and a maximum takeoff altitude of 6,000 meters. But given my lack of experience flying drones, I didn't want to crash into a house or a building here in the metro. It's a similar story when it comes to flying a longer distance and flying it any higher. In fact, there's an auto takeoff function which I found myself using almost all the time just because I don't want to hit anything when I'm taking off. But again, you do have to take note of the regulations too. The last thing you want is for your new drone to hit a helicopter, a plane, or even a house or a person just because you're sightseeing. That's gonna be a big issue for everyone. But say for example, you're flying out somewhere in the province. Thankfully, the Mini 5 Pro can memorize its flight path, automatically returning it home even if the GPS signal becomes weak. That way, you'll be sure this drone won't just drop into someone's backyard or randomly into the forest wherever and you have to pick it up. As for the battery, the DJI Mini 5 Pro packs a 2788 mAh battery pack as standard. If that's too small for you, there is an optional DJI Mini 5 Pro Intelligent Flight Battery Plus with a larger 4680 mAh capacity. From our experience with the standard battery pack, you have around 30 minutes of battery runtime, which isn't far from DJI's claims of 36 minutes. You might think that's not long, but we think it's more than enough. If you get the Fly More combo, it comes with 2 additional battery packs and a charging dock too. The charging dock can be powered by a capable power bank, meaning you won't have to worry about losing juice for your drone wherever you may be. All in all, the DJI Mini 5 Pro is a great drone to own, whether you're a budding filmmaker or just want to capture amazing footage from your adventures all across the country or even around the world. For all that it offers, the price isn't that expensive either. The DJI Mini 5 Pro retails at 40,690 pesos. If you want the Fly More combo like ours, which includes the more high-end DJI RC2 remote, extra batteries in the bag, then that will set you back 57,990 pesos. If you're someone who enjoys flying drones already and want to move up from where you are now, you definitely can't go wrong with the Mini 5 Pro. However, if you're just starting out and not sure whether this drone will eventually become a very expensive paperweight, I would recommend sticking to the more entry-level drones offered by DJI like the Neo or the Flip. Still, if budget isn't a problem, you'll definitely enjoy your first time flying the DJI Mini 5 Pro, capturing moments wherever you may be. It's got all the safety features to ensure you won't crash, and at the same time, the new 1-inch sensor is very capable of taking all of the footage you want, whether at night or in daylight. But overall, what do you guys think of the new DJI Mini 5 Pro? Is this a drone you'll be buying this coming holiday season, or would you pick something else to start your drone adventures? Whatever the case, share your thoughts in the comments below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video, please do drop a like and subscribe to watch more. Don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms at Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And of course, visit yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Jose, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.